Howdy fellas and fellows, welcome back to the channel. So been busy, we'll say, and yeah, so let's get back into the swing of things here.
Emerson Garage. So we're back here, we're going to show you what we got done.
Welcome back to Steamer and Son Garage, where, as with my dream,
I believe they were sold at Pet Boys and probably other locations. We didn't get them there. I bought this from a private individual in Brown County, and this one came from the Claremont County Spring running the grass.
But you'll never be out again, bitch.
Yeah. Best thing that happened to me down there. Out here. Found that cool bike and so what we got done yesterday before the rain came in.
Absolutely nothing worth a fuck.
We're going to show you.
Oh, of course you are.
This tree here dropped a branch and it split. And it hit that actually carport. And it came down and hit that Mustang too. So it's really, you can see it right there.
Well, it's not saying it's 5 years ago this shit happened.
Right? It's like a Y right there. And that broke off, and what it did, it hit the building, and then it, boom, came down and hit the car. And that all right there was all where all that huge limb was basically piled up at. And I got to rake that out, probably put some gravel down around that building. And maybe some gutters would probably be in order.
Everybody hold your breath.
So that was a huge endeavor, picking all that up.
No, I got shit done by end of month.
And we used a great Craftsman lawnmower.
You're really taking wood. I guarantee he's taking it from one place and just piling it next.
To it.
So burning it off.
Barry, I want you to know something, buddy. Keeping your circle small. So you think
it was a huge
just opening it up more to the world.
So it's going to rain today again.
That's all I got to say on that.
We did yesterday. For the next 4, 5, 6 days, it's going to rain. So
we're in the front bumper for your race car there, buddy. You're going to be going so fast, you ain't going to have nothing to bounce off of.
But if we do, we'll show it to you. See you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.
Your chick bike.
Dude, leave that fucker on. There's flames on that seat. That means it's fast.
7-year-old boy sitting on the floor.
It's like having chrome on it.
Perfecting your swing is hard.
Nice shot, Dad.
But replacing your windshield doesn't have to be. Get it fixed now and pay later with flexible payment options. Only at SafeLight.com.
Leave Barry on.
Every bottle of McCormick is flavor sealed for fresh flavor.
Man, Barry is such a cunning, smart man, dude. He's got X heads that he purposely had the X's milled off of so he could.
Hi guys, you're back with us at Beamer and Son Garage, back on the blog with us, and we appreciate you coming back. So we're going to talk about these Cadillacs today. So we had a pressure hose on the 70 here.
Now look,
these cars are so much similar,
Omega and the box
but they're so much different. At the same time.
The way he said it sounds, he had to move the Omega to get the box.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, but why move it?
The 69 out of Virginia.
I know what the purpose is, Barry. It's only going to get work from here, bud.
And this has every option that Cadillac had, you know, available. Cruise control, climate control, you name it. You know, power windows, tilt wheel, everything, okay? And that's the Fleetwood. Now, the 70, it's a Calais. And I learned from my cousin, Uncle Davey, that this particular car, being a Calais, means it's a strip-down model.
My cousin, Uncle Davey.
Right, all the features that the Fleetwood has. So it's not going to have the wood grain dash and the wood grain, different things that the Fleetwood had. This is not going to have, although this does have the power, powers everything. It's got power windows. I don't think it had cruise.
Have you ever seen a Cadillac have manual windows, guys?
No, it didn't have
Anybody?
cruise.
I mean, hell, top of the line, Dad.
So it's missing some options that the 69 has.
Like?
But it's got some of the options the 69 has. It's got the power door locks, I believe. It had power windows.
I never seen a Cadillac have manual locks and windows.
Rust. This is the Cincinnati car. This car, lived its whole life in Cincinnati. You could see the rot down there at the bottom. The frame was rotted. It had to go to Morehouse, Johnny Morehouse, put a frame on it.
Again, too.
Now this car here is from Virginia. There's one rust hole in the whole body.
What do you mean, dude?
Right there.
Rust all
That's
over
the only rust hole in the whole body or the underside. There's no rust. There's no rot on this car because it lived its life in Virginia. And I drove through
the other light right there. You see
the
Russ
whole
in the
state
corner
of,
of the door. I mean, look, man.
halfway through the state of Ohio, through the whole state of West Virginia, and halfway through
Look at the corner of the door, folks.
Virginia.
I mean, he is so full of shit. Look right here.
To my son after I went and got
No
him
rust,
back.
though, guys. No
Well,
rust.
let's talk about the power steering line. So,
You're such a dumb
this car,
bitch.
the power steering line blew on it about a year or so ago.
Look right there.
And
The
we got a
fucking,
parts
look
car
right
my
there.
son bought in the field over there. So we took the used power steering pressure line off of that car and we put it on here. And you can see it, there it is.
Keep in mind, he's talking
Big
about
rubber
pulling
hose
this
was
motor
down
and putting
there.
another motor in his car.
And we took a used
Put it-
power steering
Huh?
pressure line. It's only got 30,000 miles on it. And we
Oh,
put
the
it
black
on
one
this
needs a
car.
motor? Oh, okay. Well, then he did
Why?
good then. You did good
Well,
then, Barry.
We didn't spend any money. We're really liking, that part of working on cars and playing with cars and stuff. We don't like to spend
Yeah,
any
because
money.
building
we don't
cars,
like
man,
to
it's not like
our
you
money.
buy parts to
We
build
like to
said
keep our
cars.
money in
I
our
mean,
pocket for,
But you didn't
other
build
things.
cars, man.
Taxes
What
cost
the
money,
fuck?
The power bill, the electric bill, the
Your
the
boy
water.
pays all that.
There's, the food. There's other things that cost money that I'd rather
No
spend
rust
money
holes,
on.
man. No rust
So,
holes.
When this one blew a line, we just did a lot of searching, and my son found this one on eBay and picked it up, and boom, there it is, $30. It's the same line. So I went to put it on, and I did remember fighting with this 69, and I remember what a pain in the butt it was to get the line off.
Something else I'll put.
Well,
That's in
the
that same row of cars, that black car.
Wow, look at that thing.
Same row. So now he's moving all these cars that were in that row, wasn't that row.
Yeah,
It's
he'll
just
probably
going
keep
from
it.
car to car.
From what I understand. You can't just park your cars right on the property line, dude. You can't do it. You have to be so far off the property line. Every place has an ordinance like that. It ain't got to do with code enforcement. It ain't got to do with zoning. It's got to do with
I hunt them and kill them.
other things. I hunt them and kill them.
Same cars.
It's the only thing I can whoop is a fucking bug.
He knew the Beamer and Son garage hat was coming. I was going to smack him. So anyways, back to the car.
Hey,
So
as much as you talk about
it
smacking
was a
somebody, bro,
pain
we
in the
know you
butt.
ain't
It
about
wasn't so
that life.
bad getting the hose off at the pump. You can see the metal line going. But it was down there, in between the steering box and the manifold and the fender well. It was a real pain in the butt
Oh,
to get
yeah.
that off and then back on.
Woo!
So,
Hey guys, you want to know an easy way to deal with a situation like that?
looking at this car,
No, man. If the hose is bad, just whack it off right there and use a socket. Pull it right out. Then put the other one in, no problem. You don't have to fight that shit to get it out. If the hose is bad, snip it, we can get a socket and a ratchet on it. Or a
and
wrench.
they took this line, basically cut this here, cut that there, and then they had a hydraulic hose made up. And they put that in place of that. And you can see where I got the new one I had made down at Napa. Our friends down in Napa, Georgetown, Ohio. My buddy Ricky down there built that for me. And it was expensive. Just these fittings here, one there and one there, was $69 for 2 fittings. The hose was like $10 or something like. It was $85 with tax. The best deal I could get. So instead of fighting this line and installing this new line that the son bought off of eBay, putting it on here, I ended up taking that particular line that was on there, which is this right here, and you can see where it blew at right there.
Yeah, because look how
It
it's
was all
ran, you
cracked
dumb
and-
shit.
It was getting ready to pop. It's a 3/8
I mean,
weatherhead hose, but the hose unfortunately went bad, and it has these flares like a ferrule.
like a ferrule, huh?
Well, I really put them on good. I don't want to lose them ferrules.
Keep those mock.
And there's the ferrule. Ooh. That's a ferrule at the end of that right there, and it's kind of stuck in there for some reason.
This motherfucker can't even get a ferrule out of a hose. He can't even be successful at that. It's funny shit.
Our crew services cars from bumper to bumper.
Oil change,
Oh, yeah.
allocations, repairs.
I mean, my told y'all nothing will come out of that shit. I told you. People like Barry do they slide by.
I don't know why.
I mean, a normal person don't be in jail. People like
I
Barry,
cleaned it up by hand.
they slide by. I mean,
anyways, that goes on the line itself. The nut goes on first, and then that barrel goes on, and when that tightens that up, that cinches the line that's existing into that. And
talking
kind of like
about
a
the pressure
fitting.
fitting, Barry.
And that's what it took to fix it. I didn't even use the old ferrules, or excuse me, the new ferrules. I used the old ferrules over, because to change that out, you'd have to get the old ferrule off the line and slip the old nut off, and then slip the new nut on, and the new ferrule, which is a big pain in the butt. And I was looking for the easy way out, the
Boy, aren't you supposed to
quickest,
be getting a
fastest
challenge
way.
out of the garage?
Keep that in
Not
mind,
necessarily
dude.
the cheapest way
Barry's whole life
to
is
fix
about
this
that.
car.
The
And
easiest
that
way
was
out.
the ticket right there. But it was $85. Ow, and I paid for it out of my pocket. Ow.
Sure you did.
Oh, wait
I
a
went ahead and
minute.
did it.
Why are you bragging about
Now,
that?
the good thing
Shouldn't
is
you?
doing
Look
that.
at all the money that boy spends on you.
Because I was telling you, starting off with, we put a used line on this one. So that line is the same age as the car, practically, other than that line was actually came off a
How do
70
you know that?
model year like this one, but it was a convertible. We got it in the field over there. My son bought it for $500 for parts for these two. Because, you know, when you have old cars, you need to have a parts car. And just like the video game, if
Barry,
you're
you
driving
got that
something
on
around
lockdown,
on
then, buddy.
GTA,
You
which
got
is
that
Grand
covered,
Theft
don't
Auto
you?
guys,
You got 95
another
of them,
car
buddy.
just like it will spawn if it's a car you stole off the street on the game. And it's just like in real life. We get one here, and we get another one here, you know, and they just keep spawning, you know. I mean, it goes on. Here we go. We got a 71 Skylark here, 2-door, and then we got a 71 4-door. It's like that in real
So which
I don't
one's
know
the
why
parts
it's like
part?
that
Because
for us,
that's your
but
life.
God thank it is, you know. Thank God it is, you know. God thank you, you know, because we got parts.
You mean Ryan,
So
Mom?
what we're gonna
thank
do is we fix
You
this
better be
car.
taking your
Okay,
brother
this car's
and your
gone,
sister.
okay.
They helped you get all that shit too.
This old line is
You wouldn't have known that
basically
kid one
just
of
wall art at this point.
That's a fact.
Scott Speed Shop's wall art. And this line here, we're going to keep
Yeah,
this
we'll stop
line
with it, Barry.
naturally. And when that
No matter what
original
people tell you.
used hose that came off the 70 convertible goes bad, we'll put this one on.
You
You can see where I'm going. So I got 2 new hoses. Okay, my son bought this one for 30, and then I bought the other one for 85.
Don't forget about Walmart.
And it had been cheaper, and you know, on the pocketbook to do the way he did it. But the way I ended up doing it, it was easy fix on this car. Boy, them cicadas are bad. Look at that one on the deck lid. He's still alive. Hey, Mr. Cicada. He ain't moving anymore.
You're a killer, Barry.
Are you
That's
okay?
brutal.
Nope. One hat. That's what the old Beamer and Son garage hat, and he ain't moving anymore.
You killed
So-
a fucking cicada.
That's what it took, guys.
Hercules. I mean, you killed the one bug you want in
To
your yard.
fix it and make it easy on me, so I didn't have to fight that line off down at the box.
That
It's not,
motherfucker
so,
that's spent
it's not
50
easy
years
here because you
underground.
can't get on. You got to go underneath
do
that
it.
one and try to turn that. You can't turn it from up top. And the reason you can't is you can see that return. The return's right there, right above it, and it's keeping you from turning up here. So you got to get on your ground and flop on your back and get on the ground and try to turn and pray that you get it. You don't strip the pump out or something, you know. So
Why would you strip the pump
what
out?
I did was I just took 2 11/16 wrenches and loosened that up and loosened that up and unscrewed it all the way.
Right and left.
Pulled that old line out and got a new one made and
You probably
popped it
don't
in
own
there.
one, Rich.
Took 2 11/16 wrenches and tightened it up and wham. That's what it took, guys. A little bit of know-how, a little bit of luck, and got it.
So that's why it needs an engine.
Yep.
The black one. You put a power steering on it, that's what I'm saying. I had the wrong car, but he is.
All right, guys.
He
Hope
did
we
put a power steering on a car.
got you something on that. Hope you learned something. Sometimes you might want to check to see, you know, if
Barry
somebody
Beamer's
has done
got a
some
part for you.
modifying to
You
any
got
hose
95
or
parts for us.
part, or you're going to be changing, and it may save you some time. May cost you more money. It cost me a lot more money, about $50 more, $55 more, if I would have just put that original line on it that he had bought, well, it was original style. line. It was an aftermarket, but if I would just put that on there, I'd have saved myself $85. But I'm really not looking into that part of it, you know. What I was looking into, fixing it quick, easy for me, fast. And then, of course, the sweet thing is I kept the line he bought, and now when this one, you know, blows, we got a line to put on it. We don't have to, you know, oh, we got to order another line off of eBay. No, we got it. There you guys go. We appreciate you coming. Come back and see us again. Maybe we can teach you something else.
Hell yeah.
And we appreciate all of our subscribers. We've hit 3,800 now, and we finally hit.
It's only took you about 2.5 years, huh?
3,900 guys. So.
Sorry, you're gonna have.
You're welcome.
So we're gonna take for a ride on the Doodlebug and head back. Yeah, I need to get a zip tie. See that?
You're so stupid you don't understand how.
A couple of zip ties.
Most people that's watching this just watching the same film.
I find it funny, 3,800 subs, but none of your videos get over 200 views. Huh.
And most of them, any new subs you get will fall off because they'll stop watching because he never delivers on the phone.
He don't do engaging content.
Right, he don't deliver on the phone.
For the ones who rise to every challenge, there's Granger. For the ones who get it done.
I mean, Ohio Street's going to remember blood if we came to Ohio. I mean, like I said, never follows through.
And again, if you guys would like to stop this man's growth, every video he puts out, put a thumbs down. All of you, put a thumbs down. That'll stop his growth instantly. Because if he gets, let's say he's got a video and he's got 2 likes, or even 3 likes. We'll give him 3 likes because they like their own stuff. And he has 10 dislikes. YouTube ain't pushing that video at all. See, the way YouTube works is your content has to be engaging, which means you have to have comments, you have to have likes. Then YouTube pushes the video a little bit.
Because Barry keeps acting like the subs is what matters. And that's a part of it. But that's not what it really matters to be a successful YouTuber. That just gets you to a certain point. It's your views, it's your engagement, it's your likes. Like the bad comments he gets, he can't wrap his head around it. That would push his channel.
He didn't even get the reference candy cane.
That throttle, like you put a new cable on this thing. Well, it's responsive. It's very responsive.
Very responsive, man. He got the whole 3.5 horse under between his legs.
I just love this bike. I spent $300 for this one, and the other one I gave $150 for. It's double the price, but I paid for the credit. This is all. We got that fence, take it down like I told everybody we would.
It only took 2.5 years.
We moved the RV up. I guess the neighbors don't want it. I don't know.
I don't buy for one second. He asked that they
talked
wanted
to the boy
it.
again, and he said that Dad's still waiting for his income tax.
Why are you talking to the boy and not the dad?
So
I think you're full of shit.
We started to use it. We started to use it, you know. Original thing was to keep it for storage, and then I was being a nice guy, give it to the neighbor, but you don't want it. I guess. I don't know, there's 2 more, so.
Somebody pointed something out to me, guys. If Barry did ask, which I don't believe Barry did, chances are they didn't take it because they knew something coming from Barry. There's going to be strings attached eventually.
Exactly. You owe me now. He is very much that dude.
I gave you a camper, I need you to come over and put a coil on my car for free.
Right. Or have you come over to do work for it and it was trying to pay you, be like, well, you kind of owe me for that camper, so how about I give you, hi.
Come on, show us lurch.
Sweet, son.
Show us the next generation of fucking map. With his robots playing
This throttle is just sweet.
I guess the state cops should actually go in there and confiscate the electronics.
So, this one here got a throttle cable right there, and that got the actual twist handle throttle with the plastic insert made into it.
But I wasn't going to make a video on it.
Fix the problem. So $13 fixed those 2 bikes. I wish it had been that cheap on that Cadillac. That Cadillac was, yeah.
This man is bitching about spending $80, but gonna fix all these cars.
I fixed it, and
Fuck that. He's bitching about spending $80. Think about the money Ryan has spent on you, dude.
Like this, guys.
Ryan pays
We'll
the
see you
bills
in the next
now.
one, guys.
I mean,
Bye-bye, everybody. Check out some of the channels we'd like to watch. Steve Dawson, Shifted, David Freiberger, Mike Finnegan. We like David Newberry.
Newburn, you stupid fucker.
It's 12-volt Dave. We also like Dirthead. From Dirthead Every Day from
Dirthead.
You gotta feel important, don't you, Barry?
Used to run with him. Like to watch them guys, and there's numerous. There's Old Man's Garage. There's the Street Race Channel, which is the boys. There's Gen 2 Garage.
That shit ain't gonna last very long.
There's Scott Speed Shop. There's a lot of channels we like. Check out some of the channels. Of course, one of our favorites is Thunderhead 289 and Dylan McCool, Vice Grip Garage. Check all those channels out and enjoy it. And we'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye-bye.
That's what's done.
It's awful weird. I think maybe the tire is different or something. I think I changed 2 tires on that side. Is there white letter tires over here? Yeah. These are different size tires.
Look, hold on. Stop for a minute. Can you pause it for a minute on that? Because before Barry gets on here and wants to talk shit, I can prove what I'm saying, motherfucker. And I'll prove it right now.
Back on it. Boy, it can do stuff like this. It picked this truck up. This thing's got a big block in it. 8.2, I think it is. 454.
And then I want to talk
It's
about
a
that
monster.
next. I mean,
A few that I've actually worked out. They delivered it.
okay, now look. He's gonna blame it on the tire. Okay, let's just say that he's right, and a smaller tire had the car dogging on this side. Look how far the fender's setting down on the tire, folks. It has nothing to do with the tire. If it was just a smaller tire, it wouldn't be like that. That means that fender is tucked up in that fender well. That's exactly what that means. Look at the other side when he pans the other side. It's not all tucked up in the fender well.
The tire would just be physically smaller.
The tire would just be physically smaller if it was just a tire issue. No, it's a torsion bar crossmember issue. That's what that is. 100%. Or it could be subframe issue too. Because that has rubber pucks. The subframe don't bolt straight to the body on that car. It has rubber isolators. So if it's all rotted around there, that subframe could have dropped up in there, and that would have done the same fucking thing. I mean, the subframe is probably sitting against the body of the car. Because Austin's Charger ain't rotted half as bad as that car was, and his subframe was fucking rotted around both back pucks.
Dude, my car looks showroom quality compared to that car.
Oh, yeah. But that's proof. And Barry, you can say I'm wrong all you want. You're just going to make yourself look stupid. Come out and say I'm wrong, Barry. Come out and say that tire being tucked up in that fender well don't mean that the torsion bar crossmember, torsion bar broke, something like that.
You literally can't see the top of the
Right. I mean, right. You're full of shit, dude.
Now,
Joe,
the 8.1, for those of you that don't...
That's not even a fucking derby car, folks.
The 8.1 was an LS engine, so there's no room to talk about that. It would have been an LS engine. 7.4, 454, we've all seen the engine. It's not an LS engine. Not even fucking close.
I mean... And then and that box truck, think about the logic you want. It would take longer to hook a wrecker up on that box truck to move it. It would take longer to get chains out and do all that shit than it would take. You don't even have to jack up to fix a training line, folks. It sets up high enough you can just slide underneath of it, and if a training line blows, you can fix that with a piece of rubber hose and
always be clogging, and the Walmart app has over 500 million items.
Who in the fuck, if that was all that was wrong with that, who would take the time?
The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
Who would take the time to hook a wrecker on it to move it? Who wouldn't slide into it and fix the training line where you can drive it
What we got
and
here?
with its own power and put it where you want it?
With the white truck.
I mean, it literally would take more time to hook that wrecker to fix training.
Wrecker. Well, what's on the back of it here? Oh, that's a Donnelly
Because he's running
McCarthy.
through his teeth. There's more wrong
The
with it than
official
just training line.
technical biology specialist. Yeah. This gold girl right here.
Listen to what it says about this. He is so
I
wrong.
guess because it's got the extended frame on it, and the bed's set back on it.
That makes
like that was an option.
Okay, now listen. Let's talk about this for a minute. Let's talk about Barry's logic. That wrecker bed is the same size wrecker bed, whether it was a regular wrecker truck to begin with or not. That bed is going to set from the center line of them wheels to the back of that bed is going to be the same no matter what truck that fucking thing sets on. It has no bearing on anything. From the center line of them wheels So the back of that record bed's going to be the same length whether it's on a regular frame like it's supposed to be or if it's on a regular truck like this is. Fact of the matter is, this is a weaker wrecker because there is nothing to support this. If this was a real wrecker, it would have an extended cab here, so it would have fucking cab mounts to help strengthen all this up. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing there. So when he's towing, this is doing this constantly. That frame is doing this constantly. Through all these years he's used it, that motherfucker's doing this. Because if it was a real wrecker, like I said, it would be bolted to a cab, or it would be bolted to a sleeper, it would be bolted to something with a rubber isolator, and that would strengthen that area up. He's a fucktard, man.
Well,
this man literally has no idea about anything.
This thing's got a big lock in it. 8.2, I think it is. 454. It's a monster.
It's got the good one. The good
and this old girl
the best one ever made.
Plucked it out of where it was sitting at. It was stuck in the mud. And it plucked it out. The winch helped. We had the Badlands jack out helping. We had everything we had.
You
we got around here. That. And you can see the mud is just caked in between the tools. And they weren't locked. But the right front's locked. This right front wheel's not turning. It turned a little bit and then it just stopped. So there's rust on the rotor. We're going to have to try to
that frame looks
do something with it. This thing got parked because the transmission line blew on it and the brake line blew. It won't stop. It won't move.
Again.
Lift gate is creeping down.
At 65 years old,
it's not,
been doing a car forever, couldn't move that around with no brakes around you.
I just bought this thing just to, and the tailgate's falling apart too. You can see the hinges in there. Oh boy. Yeah, I got all kinds of stuff to fix that with, but getting to it's another thing. It's just a heat. Well, we're gonna try to do something with it. It was up there.
Yeah.
Why'd you move it? Silverado is.
Tell the truth.
Or
somebody's living there now. It's a baby club back.
No, 100%. I know exactly why he moved it.
There's something else over there too. Now we'll get to that next time. But yeah.
Don't be surprised.
Look what we got here.
Cars off that property.
O'Donnell McCarthy Incorporated. Your office technologically specialist. I bought this thing for myself.
I'm going to get a letter out to that fucking front house.
He didn't have anywhere to put his stuff at when my evil brother changed the will. And look at that.
Okay, now hold on, because I want to talk to his evil brother and sister for a minute. Listen, man. Listen, guys, seriously. If you guys have figured out a way to somehow get into an attorney's office, because Barry, an attorney had your parents' will, bud. Your brother didn't walk into the attorney's office with a will and say, here's a will. Here's my parents' will, because instantly the shit would have been in probate. When somebody comes in with a will and somebody dies, shit goes into probate until they can verify the will's real. The will was with the attorney the whole time. So, listen, guys, if you have a way to sneak into attorney's office and change wills and do it all legitly and sneakily, PM me, man. We'll meet for coffee. We'll meet in the middle of nowhere and get butt naked so when you can tell I'm not wired. You tell me how that shit's done, because I'm going to start breaking into the attorney's office changing rich people's wills so I get everything. You know what I mean? Because that's what Barry's making it sound like y'all did. I mean, for real. I mean, fucking idiot. No. Your parents willed you out of that shit. It was drawn up with an attorney when they was alive, dude.
You want to tell him what you think happened between his mom and Barry? About peas in Barry's ears?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's possible at one time his mom could have told Barry what Barry wanted to hear to shut Barry up. But let's just talk about that for a minute, okay? Let's just say that because I don't believe it for 1 second. But let's just say that Barry's mom told Barry and Ryan, you guys get everything, fuck the rest of the grandkids, fuck the rest of the kids. Barry's mom died first. That means that everything that Barry's mom and dad had is now his dad's. So, Barry, are you saying that your mom wanted you to have it all, but your dad didn't, so your dad changed the will with an attorney and cut you out of it? Is that what you're saying? Wouldn't that mean your dad hated your guts like we've been saying? Because that's how it would have had to work. Because like or not, when mom died, everything's dad's.
Oh my God. That is all hands right in there.
He is literally worried about some black
ants,
ants that
little
can't hurt
piss
you.
ants, and
They're not fire
a little
ants.
bigger one of them to get something put down there, kill all them. But yeah, here we go. Back at it again. See the next one. Bye-bye. Oh,
Let's see.
that's where the old went.
You moved
Had
the
to drop it
Omega,
off somewhere.
stuffed it in the weeds.
Gotta
That
get
you
this out of
say
there.
you love these
Bye-bye.
cars, but
See
you
you in the
really
next
stuffed
one.
it in the weeds.